This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Gamestop exclusive Star Wars The Black Series Clone Commander Fox. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in your standard Black Series window box packaging. Turning the box around, we can see an image of Fox, as well as a short bio for the character. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here is Commander Fox out of the box. And man, this guy is super impressive. Cracking him open and handling him, he has got to be one of the best Black Series figures to date. He is so very well done with his detail, the paint, everything about him feels almost perfect. He truly is a great Star Wars action figure, and I cannot wait to check him out with you guys. So with this piece finally in hand, let's take a closer look at Clone Commander Fox. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Commander Fox. Now this guy is so freaking well done. I'm really impressed here. Clone Commander Fox is my favorite of the Clone Commanders. I just think he looks super cool, and man, Hasbro killed it with this piece. He truly is very impressive. So if we take a look at the head, or the helmet I should say, there's a lot of good detail in that. You can see how it has the lining on the top of the visor. That looks really cool. You can even see like some scratching and some dirt and scuff marks. All the paint on this guy is really impressive to see all the amount of detail on his little antenna, little gray markings. Again, you see more of the scratching and the dirt. All looks very impressive. I'm actually really shocked how much paint at work they actually put into this. It's really good. So the rest of the suit is mostly going to be see the red, white armor with the black undertones. Again, you see all the dirt marks throughout the entire thing. Looks so freaking good. I love this so much right here. All looking very well done. I love that symbol that he has right there on his shoulder. I think it's so cool. It's really stand out amongst the other like Clone Commanders. It just looks so good. The back of that looks awesome. I love the fact that we're getting a soft goods skirt piece. I think it looks really cool with the black and the red lining. All that looks awesome. And the legs, again, you see more of the dirt and the scuffs, and that just looks really cool, dude. I love how they did all this. Again, the amount of detail, the red on the bottom, that's so freaking good. The amount of detail they did with this guy is super nice, man. I did not expect it. And when I opened it, very pleasantly surprised at just how much detail they actually put into him. And it's so good. I'm really loving this. And this might be one of my favorite Black Series figures to date. He's that good in my opinion. Alright, now let's check out his accessories. His accessories do include 4 guns. So we do get the standard clone rifle that we've seen numerous times with other figures before. This was done in black plastic with a nice silver dry brush over that. It looks really cool. I love when they actually add the silver instead of just making them like a simple black like a lot of the weapons do when it comes to these figures. I really do appreciate that silver brush in there. We also do get the larger rifle, which is better known for the commanders and things like that. This gun is awesome, and we've seen this gun before, but again, I love the fact when we get the silver brushing in there, that just looks super cool and really nice. One thing we also do, or 2 things I should say we do get his pistols in there, which are really cool, and we do get 2 of these. They're exact same pistols, one for each side of his holster, and those look pretty cool. They're really simple, nothing too crazy. One thing I will note though, since his gripping hands, I'm a little disappointed in this right here. So we get one pistol, we can pull that out, and we can put it in his right hand here, so you can get that on there, and he holds that just fine, and that works out really good. But his left hand doesn't have a trigger finger. It's just like a standard gripping hand. You can see that. So this one, and then it's really tight. So I'm trying to like get the gun in there, and you can do it because the guns are fairly soft and pliable. But he just does not hold those guns properly. Again, because there's a lack of a trigger finger there, so it looks a little odd, and you can still get him to hold it, just not as good as I would prefer. But again, it is what it is, and it's something that I wish they would have done differently to give us 2 trigger fingers, but that's sadly what we get, and yeah, it really doesn't bother me all that much. But man, I really would like a second trigger finger, but again, it is what it is. Alright, now let's run down his articulation. His head is on a ball joint. It does roll around a tiny bit. You're mostly going to get left and right and up and down a decent amount. You know, it's pretty good. What I do like is the antenna right here and a little antenna piece that comes off the top of the helmet. Those are a softer plastic, so when you're kind of posing them around, I'm not worried about them breaking because they don't really feel fragile, so that's really nice. Arms can go full 360 like that, and there's a bit of a ratchet joint in that shoulder. You can go all the way up with this arm like so, with both arms like that. So this shoulder piece will go over the armor like that, so that's pretty good. We get rotation at the bicep. We get a double jointed elbow that barely bends past 90. The armor bit is kind of hitting the inside of the shoulder right, or the elbow right there, so you can't get as much as you would like, and that works for both arms. Rotation at the wrist as well as a hinge at the wrist. We do get a ball peg in the midsection right there, so that rolls around, does turn left and right, crunches back and forth, and pivots side to side. We got hip joints that kick forward that far, back all the way like so. We can do the splits about that much, rotation in the upper thigh, double jointed knees that bend about that far, can't quite kick himself in the butt. We got ankle joints that go up, down, and a very good ankle rocker. And one thing I will say specifically about this figure itself, it feels super solid. It doesn't feel brittle. Like some of the troopers that I've seen in the past do feel like they're fairly brittle plastic. The joints are very nice and tight, but not tight to the point where you're gonna have to like heat them up. And certain areas like the shoulders and the legs and things like that are a little bit ratcheted, so that helps out a lot. He feels very sturdy, very solid, and I really do appreciate that. So if you can find him and you love the Clone Commanders, or if you love Fox, or if you just like a really cool looking trooper, or just a really badass looking action figure, then I think Commander Fox here is definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and NECA Batman figures. And for your Star Wars comparison, here he is standing next to a couple other Red Troopers also from the Black Series. And just for fun, here he is standing next to little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Star Wars The Black Series Clone Commander Fox. Now overall, I am just super impressed with what Hasbro has accomplished here. He is such a well done figure. His paint detailing is gorgeous, his articulation feels very solid, and I love the fact that we have the silver dry brushing on all his weapons, with the exception of the little pistols, but I'm okay with that. My only minor complaint is that his left hand doesn't have a trigger finger, but that's very minor. He's still a great action figure and definitely one of my favorite Black Series figures to date. Now that might be me a little biased because I love Commander Fox and he's my favorite commander, but still, he really is a great piece to add to your collection and I cannot recommend him enough. Now I know he's kind of hard to find, but I promise you, if you get him at a good price, he's definitely worth it, and I think he is absolutely a must get. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.